You are now listening to the NxHealth podcast. Join us in the journey of true wellness and discover the power of small choices that make a big impact.
Welcome to the show. This is Eric Johnson. I'm a nutritionist, food scientist, and a health fitness specialist. And I just wanted to say hello. I hope you're doing well. I hope that whatever you're going through, you just realize that there is always a silver lining, and that if it was impossible, you wouldn't have the chance to do it. So, with that being said, getting started, I wanted to start this off very light, but very pressing, okay? Because when you are just starting your health journey, it's tough, okay? So that's what this episode is going to be about, is starting your journey, but more importantly, sharing your journey, telling people about your journey. Okay, so for starters, my personal health journey is going to look a little different from yours, and so on and so forth. Susie, Sally Mae, Bob, everybody's going to have a different health journey. But we all can come together in the obstacles that we face and the celebrations that we have for the little mini victories that we encounter during our journey. So for me personally, I never too much struggled with my health. I was very fortunate to be in an active environment. I was always moving, I was always exercising, I was playing basketball, playing sports, I ran track, I was always moving. And if there was some sort of shortcoming, maybe an injury, I always rehabbed my way through it. I never broke any bones, never had any debilitating injuries. I did experiment with weightlifting and changing my body's physique as I got older. That journey was a trial and error. I found out things that worked for me and eventually continued with the cycle. Now, for you, why you should start this health journey. Everyone has health. It's like a bank account. Some people take everything out of their health bank account, and some people save some for later. It is very, very, very important that we safeguard that health account with our every being, okay? Because you only have one body to live. So well-being, wellness, long-term health is very, very important. And I'm sure that whoever's listening, you feel the difference when you make changes, when you cut negative things out, when you cut not so good things out. You feel an immediate difference, okay? Because your body is very smart, very intricate. Those changes that happen, the positive changes, the negative changes, you're going to feel it. So I would also like for you, when you're starting this health journey, I want you to acknowledge any type of hurdles or challenges that you will have starting this journey. Okay? So acknowledging them as if they exist and will exist will just help you to overcome them and continue to move forward. For an example, some of my personal experiences is I played basketball. So for me in that journey, I had to acknowledge that people would be taller, people would be faster, people would have more skill than me, people would be better than me. I had to acknowledge that. I acknowledged that, and that just doing that helped me in so many different ways, because when you acknowledge it, it's not a surprise. It doesn't throw you off. So when you think about it, it's in your head and it's not a surprise, and you are more able to adapt / move around. Now, this next part is what I want this whole podcast to be over. If you don't take anything that I'm saying, I want you to do this, because this is a very, very, very important part. I want you to involve your friends, family, significant others, loved ones, acquaintances, co-workers, for many different reasons. For one, you're going to find out who the rocks, who the staples are in your life. You're going to find out those people really, really fast when you do this, because they will either support you or they won't support you. Okay. And then you can make adjustments from that. You want someone to support you through this process because this is your life. And if you are vulnerable enough to share that with them and they don't support you, I'll let you do with what you want with that. But with that being said, you should not feel upset that everyone doesn't just jump to support you or ask you about it. It just happens. That's People are a little weird about health sometimes. So the second point I wanted to get to when involving family, loved ones, friends, etc., is saying it out loud, acknowledging that you are on this journey, you're sharing it with people. It's not a secret. You don't want it to be a secret, okay? Because people are going to see the benefits of your health journey and of your changes. So you might as well inform them, hey, I am on a health journey. I am doing A, B, and C. Let's see how it goes. Very, very important. Very important part. And you also need to set boundaries and expectations for yourself. In doing this, you can keep yourself accountable and you can also maintain a healthy balance between your goals and other social dynamics that you may incur. Next, something else to take into consideration is group activities. It's very hard to do things by yourself, and if that's fine if you are used to doing things by yourself, but I encourage you at least twice a week, as much as you can, to be involved in group activities, friends, family, random people at the gym, random people at the community center, random people at the park, whether it's a leisurely walk or Pilates or bike rides or cycle classes. Get involved in a group activity because it's way easier to do something in the atmosphere that's crowded with people that are of like you, of your same experience, your same obstacles. That is going to be super helpful and help keep giving you motivation. It's going to continue to give you motivation. It's going to help you continue with your journey. Next is handling unsolicited advice. Everyone has an opinion on what helped them. There are so many different diets, so many different things, and it seems like all these diets and lifestyles and choices are clashing with each other. And everyone that claims that they have the answers thinks that they're right. What I want you to do is just do what works for you. So you might take some of this right here and then some of that over there and then some of this down there. Incorporate things that work for you, okay? Because this is your journey and you need to stay true to yourself and your goals, okay? So people that just come out of the woodworks and they're giving you advice and they're looking to help you and they say that they know best, kind of take it with a grain of salt. Maybe they mean right by it. You don't know. So I would advise that you do what works for you. And lastly, I don't want to keep this long. I'm so passionate about this stuff. But lastly, I encourage you to celebrate the small wins. You've made your goals. You're holding yourself accountable. You might plateau. You might not see any progress or feel any progress for a while. But when you do, celebrate that win. I encourage you to celebrate those small victories along your health journey because sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So every win, every positive light needs to be celebrated. It's going to help keep you on track. It's going to help keep you cheerful. It's going to continue to give you things to be excited about. It's very, very hard to just do something right the first time. There's not a lot of people that have that privilege of getting something right the first time. So keep that in mind, that this is something that if you're not familiar, if you're not used to a certain way or a certain thing, it's going to take some time to get used to. Okay. So be nice to yourself and keep that in mind, because you're going to probably get sick of hearing this, but I truly do believe this. I feel it. I see it. Little small changes can really make a huge impact. Okay, it builds up. It builds up into a big wall of greatness. Thank you all for listening. Wherever you are in your health journey, whether you're just getting started or whether you're tuning in and you're like, I never thought of these things, I support you. Okay, share this journey with people. Share it with people. Thank you all for listening. I hope you have a wonderful week, and it's time to get to it. There's nothing to it but to do it.
Thank you for listening to the NxHealth podcast. Discover the power of small choices that make a big impact.